Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just went out. It's a bit of a rainy day, been raining all night. That's why I'm wearing my trench coat, which is the elegant version of a raincoat. Originally designed for the upper class during World War II, a coat of the British gentleman and officer. So just got now been modernized in terms of sartorialist styles. But yeah, what do I have here in that truck usually with me? It's pretty much a wide range of my sartorial wardrobe that I carry with me, just because, it feels great to wear it. It's comfortable. And I rather invest in quality over quantity when it comes to that. So what can you expect working for a mega carrier such as Knighttransportation, which I am part of as of the end of last year, on the forefront behind the wheel. I only can speak of the dry van division, which I signed up for, coming from reefer for the majority of my time, since I've been out here on the road since 2009. I drop trailers so often and so much. The attached trailer numbers, I have to keep reminding myself of what they are. I just can't remember them. Should you come on, if you experience as myself, to a mega carrier, or should go to a smaller carrier, I don't know for any other mega carrier, but this mega carrier, you get treated with respect. It's kind of like a family. Will you always get every week the miles that you initially requested? Of course not. It depends on what area you're at, and things of that nature, breakdowns, whichever have you. Delays at shippers, when it's supposed to be dropped and they ran behind, and happened to me. I lost the whole day with that, which pushed this week a bit of a short week in terms of payroll cutoff. I am on the max out pay scale, 56 cents a mile as a W2 driver. And anything under 500 miles, the pay scale keeps going up. So the shorter the miles, a little bit more cents per mile, but it averages out to 56 in the looking at the whole picture. So far they a good fit for me personally. They keep me moving. I don't really have any restrictions on where I'm going. I do prepare currently, since I've been having a pending authority, and I've been having my business in the global supply chain operations. I am having a timeline, 6 to 10 years, and then gonna purchase my power unit straightly from a dealership, Why do I set my timeline that high? Is because I'm also an investor. Right now, a lot of my funds going into investments, which spreads it a bit thin on, cash flow on hand to spend like that. And I keep stashing money away for strategic purposes. So that's why I got that timeline. I know which numbers I need to have, all that good stuff. And the equipment so far, it's been running not too bad for a 2022 international company truck. I do believe once it hits a certain mileage, trucks like that will be able for purchase for those that choose to go the lease side on it, which has also its own risks. You have weekly expenses, depending on what the numbers are and stuff like that. I would have to get in touch with somebody to find that out, to crunch some numbers compared to what numbers would be via financing with the banks itself, stuff like that. The seat is quite comfortable, actually. I like it more than the Cascadias. Doesn't ride as rough. It has a Cummins under the hood. I'm not sure on the specs, how they have it set outside of, that the pedal is 63, cruise is 65. In terms of horsepower and torque, not quite sure how they have it set. I do have the Geotap now in it. On the beginning, I had to restart it a couple of times, but since it kind of has been going, no issues there really. Takes a little getting used to from the Sonar, but it seems to be a little bit better, the Geotap. My personal opinion on it so far. They do have cameras forward facing only, I do believe, with interior sound recording, but don't quote me on that. And this truck was fairly clean when I got it. They put a new lower bunk mattress in it. It still has whichever top bunk mattress been on there up on it. I'm using it as storage at the moment, all that space. And what do I carry actually with me? It's like canned goods in my pantry, like vegetable soups, stuff like that, tuna. Just because I don't have to refrigerate them and they last a bit longer, I can just pop them open and spoon it right out. I do carry my favorite water, which you have to pay a little more for it, but it's worth it. Ice. I'm stocked up on that, usually always pretty good. And I do carry essential oils with me, diluted with distilled water. It's almost like a natural air freshener to me, but it also has disinfection purposes out of the Middle Ages, depending on how you put it together. So there are just benefits of it. I got my shower bag, which is just a nylon backpack. It's not really the gentleman style. Normally I should have my leather duffel bags and stuff like that for it, which I might do that in due time. I carry my first responder vest with me just because rather have it not need it than need it not have it. Same with my first responder, EMS, trauma gear, and a helmet still out at the time. And I do carry, like right now, all my overcoats, outerwear, as I'm preparing. Oops, it's a bit dark in here now, isn't it? So I'm preparing to leave out. Lay them out on the bunk bed along with my fragrance collection and stuff like that, just because it is easier. I don't have enough space here in this closet. It's already filled up with coats hanging in there. And here I keep my dress shirts, undershirts, stuff of that nature. Over here, I know you cannot see it right now due to the light. I keep my, let me turn it on. I keep my dress slacks, chinos with all year weight fabrics and flannel, cashmere, and tweed for the colder weathers. Yeah, my head collection, like this fedora that I'm wearing right now, I do keep on the top bunk, which right now looks a little, I have to see if I can get it better organized. Got some flat caps here, well actually a baker's boy or newsboy, and one of my tweed flat caps or driving caps also. I got my bowler, I got my Hamburg here with me, my responder helmet. And my summer hats I don't have out yet. They will all be replaced except for the helmet, what I'm having with me when the summer comes for, you know, all the summer stuff. And then at that point, my heavier dress slacks will go into the residence as well. Yeah, here's a refrigerator. I keep some stuff in it. You got some snacks, and for in between my electric shaver, outside of my wet shavers when I take showers. A couple of more dress watches in my dress watch collection, depending on what I'm wearing then at the time. What they both have in common, they go with black leather dress shoes for business casual and formal events. This is more of business casual, this is more of formal. Yeah, and all kinds of self-tied silk tie collection here with me too, that goes with different attires. And also knitwear like crew neck sweaters and turtleneck sweaters, v-neck sweaters, so I can change things up as I keep going down the road. And here I keep pretty much of course snacks, you gotta have those. German chocolate company, really good. Austrian chocolate company, really good. That I haven't dug into it. It's a surprise actually. Do carry my tuna and stuff like I mentioned, supplements, vitamins and stuff like that. Raw honey, and like plastic ware is just easier up there. All of those actually have been in there, left from the other driver before I got the truck, to use as trash bags, which I've been doing. I do carry this with me to frequently not only disinfect but also clean the truck floor. And I got this here too for the dashes and all of that. I got my glass cleaner, all that good stuff. I do carry my rub-on Chromance aviator style shades with me. I have to get new batteries for it, but this is my aviation flashlight. Why do I have this? If it comes on, it's easy because you have a red light and you got your white light for, you know, in the dark, doing your walk around, stuff like that, or need to do something in the cab, then you can use the red light, so you're not blinding others. I do have a, this actually is for one of my rock hounding purposes and black light. Well, basically any gemstones in the rough will be fluorescent and given an indication there. There are some other tests you can run for potential gemstones too, as well as diamonds and stuff like that. Depends on where you are. Most places on that, like in old river washes in Arizona, I a while back got in slightly included diamond in the rough out of there into my collection. So yeah, I've been investing quite a bit, just because money is a tool. What you do with it makes a difference, and on top of that, you need to have a plan where you are, where you want to be, what you want to do with your life. So everybody's situation is different. Yeah, now as a experienced driver, and actually my Brooks Brothers raincoat, as you can see, the gentleman always wears a jacket. In this case, I'm wearing my since it's in the mid-40s still, my Harris tweed jacket, single-breasted from a suit, my tweed suit, which I got the matching trousers to it with me here. I do have tweed single-breasted waistcoats with me as well. One is more of a bracken brown. The other one is like a forest green in a sort of herringbone pattern. It works well together, so you can pretty much mix and match and make the two-piece suit into a three-piece look for business casual. And depending on the type of shoes you pair it with and hat, in terms of, you know, whether it's broke derbies, wingtips, stuff like that. Like for example, these here are broke wingtip derbies, business casual. The brokes are just decoration, more or less, on those dress shoes. They are Goodyear welded, rubber sole, great for this colder weather. And my other more formal leather soled dress shoes I have on the truck with me too. I haven't worn them that much yet in this type of weather. I even got a pair of Timberlake boots, which I kind of turned into spectators with the brown shades from just, keep polishing it and stuff like that, adding shoe cream to it, things of that nature. Yeah, after all my career in this industry, I decided to wanting to get ready to retire, and passing operations down to a CEO eventually within the next 20 years before I'm willing to let go of that wheel. I'm wheel greedy. Yeah, I mean, the industry has its up and downs. If you do, invest into your own equipment, for some, weekly lease programs might work. Just be aware of that you paying double the price of what you would pay with the dealership. And yeah, I mean, you just have to be smart and witty about your finances and all of that kind of stuff. So don't splurge, and don't fall for the trap controlled by mainstream media. Like, there's so much money invested in advertising for goods, to particular targeted consumers, which, I mean, you need those folk too, because those folk is gonna make folk like myself wealthier. That's just how it is. And can one change their life and turn around, build wealth, generational wealth? Of course. Will it be easy? No. You need discipline, you need a game plan, and lastly, you need just to stick with it no matter what. Those are the 3 key ingredients. Without them, you're gonna drift off and fall back into whichever old pattern you might have had in your life. And you be just staying paycheck to paycheck and don't really retire. Yeah, my load that I'm on does not deliver till 1500 hours. Like 2.5 hours from the location. And it's just past lunchtime now. Okay, I'm on Eastern time zone. I have to keep that in my mind. So it's slowly about time to get ready and moving on down the road. Yeah, I will drop a link down below for this carrier. Feel free to click on it, and Recruiter will get in touch with you. It's a great company for those that don't have any CDLs, because they do have their own school. To get your CDL, just do not expect to start at the max out on their pay scale. You have to work your way up. It takes time. It's an investment of your time, and in turn you gain experience. It does not matter how much you make. The difference between winning and losing is What do you keep of what you make, in terms of what do you lay strategically away for investment purposes or any other purposes, on being liquid with cash straight out, and what do you invest? You know, you can spend money, don't get me wrong, but you should always make sure that you pay yourself first in terms of those strategic accounts that pay your future self well. It does take time. It doesn't happen overnight to nobody. Yeah, appreciate sticking around, and I shall get ready and get moving on down the road now. See you on the upside.